I would chat for a little bit, see what's going on, give everybody updates, and it is Sunday evening, so that is nice. Getting ready to get everything prepared for the week. I won't be working for a few more days, so I thought, well, I'll just stop and do a live and check in on everyone. Um, so that's where I'm at. I don't know. It's been a crazy week. This last week has been crazy. So trying to hang in there and get things done. But did get my report about an hour ago that my biopsy came back negative. So I'm so happy. God is awesome. And definitely wanted to share that. The bad news is that now I don't know why I am sick. So I got to figure that out. So that's what I'll be working on the next little bit of time. And thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Um, Hi, Animal Rescue Shelter. How are you? Hope it's going well with all the beautiful dogs. But yeah, so even though you have good news that the biopsy is negative, it's bad news, but because you kind of feel like you're at square one, square zero, whatever it's called, to figure out what needs to happen. So that's where I'm at. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a couple more days off and see if I can't get myself a little bit better. So right now we're in the guest camper and the air's not on. But the air's too loud in my camper, so that's why we're sitting over here. But anyway, I have decided to kind of face this in a more natural way. So my husband has been wonderful in this journey with me. So no stress, which is hard to do, trying to write all my stresses down and address them and how do I make that better. And then changing our diet and our lifestyle. And so that's, a lot to take in and try to figure out what works, what doesn't, and not knowing exactly what's wrong makes it hard too. So definitely a challenge. All the dogs are doing well. That is so great to hear. Awesome. I'm glad they're doing well. I know you take good care of them. I know you have a big heart for all of them. That's awesome. Hey, Baron, how are you? Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. Hi, Colleen. How are you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Just kind of good, Baron. You're good. Just kind of giving an update, what's going on. My biopsy came back about an hour ago, and it was negative. So I am super happy about that. Just the bad side of that is I, don't know what my next move is. I know a colonoscopy is next, and I don't want to do that. Yuck. But, oh well. I'm going to schedule that tomorrow I think he said it takes a couple of days for prep. So, yes, definitely. Yay. I was so happy they were testing for, oh, thank you, Baron. I appreciate that so much. They were testing for possible ulcers or stomach cancer. And so when I found out, I was at the grocery store when I found out it came back negative. I was like, yes, God is great, praying and doing stuff. Also, the big news I have is I'm a grandma again. Yesterday, my last grandbaby was born yesterday. About 3 o'clock Moscow time, 4 o'clock Moscow time. So that would have been 9 o'clock in the morning here. You're donating $500. Thank you, Baron. I appreciate that. I'm not sure how that works, but that is so sweet. So 8 pounds, 6 ounces, 21 inches long. And so anyway, she's at the hospital and she had a long night. So we're chatting and she really was discussing my medical issues and everything. And she gave me some recipes to make like my own ginger ale and my own cranberry juice. So I'm starting a huge vitamin regiment and trying to learn how to make all this fresh stuff and kind of take out sugar and substitute it with honey. So this is going to be a whole new journey for me. And then I'm like, when you dash, I just pack a lunch of junk food kind of, and I don't know how I'm going to incorporate healthy when I dash. Of course, I'm not going to dash for a minute. But that's what my big stress is now, that I know, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z, but how do I do that? How do I make that healthy snacks? My teeth are bad, so thank you, Colleen. I'm so excited too. So that's eight grandbabies. Is that not crazy? So 4 girls, 4 boys. So, and that was a big baby. All my grandbabies are big. I'm telling you. Hey, yo, mama, how are you? Hey, Connor, how are you? Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. If I subscribe, can you show me out? Don't know what that means, but thank you, Connor. There's so much things I don't know. Of like watching all these people on these live things talking about they use initial or abbreviations, or they're like, oh, do this when you're on live. I have no idea. I just be my old self and old school and do my thing. I'm like so confused sometimes. A QV. I have no idea. Quavo Gold. See all these abbreviations and initials. Right, one thing at a time. I'm just trying to get well. You know, the crazy thing is, I was perfectly fine. I was fine. Saturday, I was out dashing. Last Saturday, a week ago, I was out dashing, making money. I was doing good. Everything was great. Kind of jamming and doing. And then 4 o'clock came. 4 o'clock in the evening. So I had been working about a little less than 8 hours. And I'm like, you know, I think I'm going to go home. I'm starting not to feel good. But I'm $30 away from my goal. I'll just go ahead and head home if I get something great. So I was headed home and I got a $41 order. And I'm like, sweet, I'm going to take it and then I'll be done. And it's going to take me a while because it was 4 orders, but going to 3 different houses. And one of them ended up being kind of heavy. It was, like real thick electric wire. And there was 3 of them, and I carried the first one, then I carried 2 of them. It was my very last order. By the time I got home, I was so sick. I told my husband, I said, something's wrong. I'm so sick. Then I woke up Sunday morning, and I had a huge issue. And I'm like, maybe it's just a fluke or something. And it was, you know, it scared me and my husband. And then so by Monday morning, I'd scared myself. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor. So I went on to the immediate care center because we kind of go to a clinic through my husband's work. And I'm like, I think I better go to the immediate care center. And the immediate care center's like, girl, you got to go to the emergency room. I'm like, all right. So I go to the emergency room. The emergency room's like, we're admitting you. We have to run some, tests and stuff. And then here I am. So it has definitely been a journey. And it was so sweet. Yesterday in the mail, today's Sunday. So yesterday in the mail, the immediate care center had sent me a get well card and said, we heard you were in the hospital. We're thinking of you. So, I mean, it went from Saturday, I was perfectly fine, to out of nowhere. And then I'm just still not good, but better. It is crazy. Hey, Ty's Families Vlogs. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. So you just never know. You think you're rocking it and, out of nowhere. So I do have to pay my bills through DoorDash. So that's been a problem, but my health comes first. So trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I think I'm just going to refinance some things and try to slow down on the DoorDash because when I had an office job, I had this issue, but I had been working really hard on DoorDash and sitting in my car, and I think that caused a lot of my issues. So I don't want to be in the car as much. And so I'm trying to figure out how to manage that. So I know all this is TMI, but I'm hoping this helps somebody. And the next thing is, I knew I was working a lot of hours to make my goals. So I was drinking a lot of coffee, and it was like 105 degrees humidity with the heat index. And so I wasn't drinking my water. I was drinking the coffee to stay motivated and energetic, and it dehydrated me. So, those are things I just telling my story so somebody will, help themselves. So I think if I did something like, what do they call that? You put them in your chair, and it's like a donut hole to help, or and a back support or something for your car. I think that would help. And make sure you drink your water. Oh, Adrienne, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. Just kind of telling my story. Hey, Barksell, how are you? And Kay. So, yes, it's been definitely crazy. And then my daughter was supposed to go and have a C-section on Monday. And then it ended up being Saturday. And so, which was good for her. It was good because her husband's going to have to get back to work. He's a teacher, as she is. But she's taking the year off. But he has to get back to work, so she'll have the time to recover with her having 2 toddlers at home, too. Always, my dear. Thank you, Adrienne. So, yes. And I thought, well, I'll just jump on here. I know people's asked, and I just kind of felt like I haven't really been real forthcoming. So I thought, well, all right. Before things get busy tomorrow, I have a lot of phone calls to make, a lot of appointments to make. Thought, well, I'd just jump on here for a minute. Thank you so much. 8'6", 21 inches long. It was a big baby. It's funny. So her husband is Hungarian, right? And she had sent me pictures without telling me anything because I'm expecting it to happen on Monday. And I'm like, so you had the baby? What? She was in recovery. I guess that was her quick way of telling me something. So I start texting her husband. I'm like, what's going on? What happened? So he finally gets back with me and he tells me the baby was 3,920 kilograms. I'm like, all right. So I converted. I'm like, she did not have an 8,000 pound baby. It was wrong. He had his, so then he converted it and then emailed me again. I'm like, thank you, Barksell. And I am from Indiana, actually. And right at the Indiana-Kentucky line. So, out in the boondocks. I was at my first outing I had because my second oldest granddaughter had her first basketball game of the season. And I'm like, all right, I could go. It's just right up the road. And I'm sitting there, and that's how I found out it during the basketball game. So I'm trying to watch my granddaughter as I'm getting this. And my daughters were sitting next to me, and they're like, how big? And I, converted it. They're like, what? And my one daughter said, I bet it's just too many zeros. And it was. So it was hilarious. But the baby's cute. Mom's doing good. She got to talk a lot last night because she was alone. Here in America, they're in Russia, but here in America, the husband can spend the night. I know my one daughter, when she had her C-section, I stayed with her daughter, along with her baby, her newborn and her, to help her and everything. But over there in Russia, she has to pay for a family room if she wants the husband to spend the night. And they only have like one, and it was full. And then the children are not allowed to visit at all. And so her daughters can't come see the baby. And she was asking me, well, how does it work in America? Because she's had all 3 of her children in Russia. And I was telling her they could go visit anytime. So I think that she was really disappointed. And then so last night she was all alone, just after having surgery and, having this baby. So it was nice. She had my uninvited attention, and I got to just chat with her, and we got to talk. She was, worried about having a C-section. She never had one before, so we got to talk a lot about that. It was nice. Even though she's so far away, it just felt like she was right there. I hate not being there with her, though. But life happens, But yes, we are in my guest camper. My other camper, that for some reason the air conditioner, when it kicks on, it's super loud. And my husband's like, you don't have the air on over there. And I'm like, yeah, but it's too loud over at the other camper. So, and right out here at the window is where I do my devotions. So, they said, no stress. Actually, my paperwork, it was crazy. When I was reading my paperwork, what do you call it? Like your exit paperwork or your home care paperwork, whatever it's called. It's like telling you what to do, and it said no stress. eliminate stress. Then it says, go have fun with friends. I don't know what fun is. I couldn't tell you the last time I had, like, I'm just not a fun kind of gal. I'm just like just do your thing, goal oriented. So I had to chuckle at that. And I'm like, all right. So my fun, my stress relief is doing my morning devotions with you guys. No matter how much you read them or listen or whatever, it's just something about it gives me the biggest smile on my heart, you know. And I appreciate you all watching them and commenting. But there's something about it. And I come out in the mornings and the roosters are crowing and the birds are flying. And I do my devotion first, and then I come out and outside and do it for the video. But there's something peaceful and wonderful about it, and I appreciate you all watching them. And that's my stress reliever, actually. I know that's a weird one, but it is so good for me, and I appreciate you. So nice. Aw, my friend and I need to go, but congratulations again. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. So, aw, thank you for the congratulations. I know we're so excited. I don't know when I'll get to see him. You look like my grandma. Aw, thank you, Barksell. Appreciate that. Aw, thank you. Yes, I'm trying to organize how to make this. You know, she's giving me these recipes to make my own ginger ale, so I get rid of the cornstarch. She's like, quit drinking this stuff out of the store, because I'm drinking ginger ale. I'm trying to get ginger in as much as possible. Quit drinking that. She's giving me lectures. After she has the baby, she's lecturing me, but I take it. I'm good. So she's giving me this, and I was going to cook it and do it on live, but kind of got tired after going to the grocery store. So I thought, well, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And I might go tape it. My kitchen's a mess in my other camper, so we'll see. But she makes it for her and her kids, like different things. I'm going to make my own cranberry juice. I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be interesting. And so I'm doing, I'm on a stomach pill. That really helped in the hospital. They put it in my IV. It takes the swelling. I have pancreatitis, gastritis, and anemia. Those are the 3 things. And the 3 things that they've identified. And so they put it in my IV, and it reduced the swelling on my pancreas. So I'm still on that pill. So I'm excited about that. You know, I was like, ugh. But I didn't have it for a few days. The hospital called, and they sent it. And so I'm back on that. And I'm on iron and B12 to help with anemia. And then I'm going to start vitamin D and I'm going to say it wrong, turmeric, to help with inflammation. And it says those are the best things to kill, like if you happen to have any cancer cells or anything. And I wasn't sure, because when I was at the grocery and I found out that my biopsy came out negative, but I still have a colonoscopy to get through and different things. So might as well just be positive and get those extra vitamins in, and then trying these different different recipes and detoxing myself. I bought some stuff to try to detox. You are looking young. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Hey Rita, how are you? Yes, I can't say it. Turmeric. You know, Rita, whenever I was working on my list of things of natural, what do you call it? Natural remedies. I was thinking, you know, your stuff says self-care and everything. I thought, well, maybe you had some suggestions or ideas. Oh, thank you, Barksell. I appreciate you subscribing. That means a lot. Vitamin C and iron together. Yeah, so good. I always used to have anemia when I was pregnant. And so I would do like cream of wheat with juice, vitamin C juice, because it increases it. But the pill I got says iron with vitamin C. Should I also add more vitamin C to that? Or because it says it's together on the pill bottle, it's okay? What is your suggestion? I didn't know if you had I didn't know if you had some kind of idea. Because I'm like, I don't know if that's enough vitamin C since they're together in a pill or not. So I'm learning and working on it. And yes, I'm drinking coffee. I am trying to reduce my caffeine intake, but I need it now. Yes. So, oh, I wish I'd have brought it over here. I'm in my guest camper, so I don't have my stuff with me. But so my pill bottle says iron with vitamin C. So I didn't know if I should still drink it with juice, if that's enough vitamin C to absorb it. I don't know. I wasn't good. When I went to buy my vitamin D today and the term, whatever, the T word, I wasn't sure about the vitamin D. There were so many options, like how many milligrams and stuff. So I went the medium. On the T word, I had done a lot of research on it, and I felt very confident. Takes vitamin. I know. So yes. So coffee makes you dehydrated, and that was part of my problem. And it does take vitamin from it. So I have reduced my caffeine intake, and I'm actually switching to herbal teas. I have a tea that I'm taking. What's helping me right now has been a lifesaver. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a herbal tea, and it has marshmallow root and slippery elm in it. And I tell you what else, and I put honey in it, and it makes my belly feel so much. I'll be like in severe pain, and I just sip on that, and it relieves it. It had said, and I think there was a couple of other ones that they recommended, but that's the one I happen to have in my cabinet. Believe it or not, God blessed me with that. I don't know how I got that in my cabinet. And I'm like, marshmallow root, slippery elm. I'm so happy. So I have been mostly drinking tea. I did switch to coffee just this evening. Just this one cup. And I tell you, it takes me a long time just to drink a cup because I am really cautious about it because I dehydrate it myself for sure. A lot of dehydration. My iron vitamin C combo pill in the evening with water. Okay, so you do have a combo pill with the iron vitamin C. That's what I'm asking. Okay, combo pill. I should have. That's what mine is a combo. Honey and ginger, good for stomach and immune. So, I was gonna make my recipe tonight, but it's hot in here, and this camper has great cabinet. Not cabinet. Counter space. My other one doesn't. So I wanted to do my cooking in here, and I thought, well, I'd go live and do it, but it is so hot in here. I said I'm not going to turn the stove on, so I'm going to end up doing it in my house. But so my daughter said, and maybe you all know, I bought ginger root, and she said I have to like shave it a fourth of a cup, and I don't know if I pill it or just grate it. I'm not sure. I do have a grater, but I don't know if you pill it or whatever. So I got to figure that out. I hate to ask her since she just had a baby, and so I got to figure that out. And then I'm supposed to put whole peppercorn in it with 4 to 8 cups of water and let it cook for 2 hours. And then honey and carbonated water. I think that's it. And that'll make my ginger ale. And then for my cranberry juice, I'm going to do cranberry and apple. I bought fresh apples for it and frozen cranberries. And she said let that simmer for 2 hours in 2 to 4 cups of water. And I'm using all that for, just in case I have anything going on with the kidneys, along with the all the other vitamins I said. And then I bought a detox tea, and I'm going to try to detox my body. And the hardest thing right now we're changing our whole diet. We just did a cabinet purge. I was going to do it tomorrow, but my husband helped me. He's like so helpful right now, and he just purged our whole cabinets. We got rid of a whole bunch. And so we're definitely doing different foods, fresh foods, but quit smoking. I was up to almost a pack and a half. I'm down to less than a half a pack right now. And I did start doing my nicotine gum. That helps, but it's a struggle. It really is. But I know it makes me sick. I still drink my coffee, but don't take iron at the same time. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Elijah, hey, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, Bar XL says folic at B9, calcium, vitamin D, B12, omega-3. Omega-3 is a big one, so I'm a little scared to take it. So what I did is I bought a whole bunch of salmon and fish, and so I don't know about, because one time I took it and I took too much of it, so I'm a little scared. uh, so I said, okay, we're just gonna do it the fish way, and my daughter's giving me a lot of advice too, so I bought kefir. She drinks that. The kids drink, her kids drink it too. But I went ahead and I had a coupon, so I went ahead and bought me some. I bought cherry flavor. I hope I can get it down. I hate dairy. And then she suggested yogurt for belly problems. So I got yogurt and a whole bunch of fresh fruit that I'm going to cut up in it. So I'm trying to not overtake vitamins, but add it into my teas and diets. Because I don't want to say overdose, but I don't want to counteract. So potassium is a big thing I believe in taking. I usually take it. But when I did some research, it kind of sounded like I need to hold off on, slow down on, don't take potassium right yet, and let my anemia build up, and then go back to my potassium. I'm trying to read all these medical journals. I'm probably going to do it all wrong. So any advice? Vitamin A I hadn't thought about. And vitamin B9 I hadn't thought about. So thank you for those. Clove bud for detox. This is, it is, some kind of clove, but I don't remember exactly. I put, just put a clove in your mouth, like you put in your ham. You just put one of those in your mouth. May help you with trying to, great. What do they, like a whole clove you put in a ham, you put in your mouth, and put it on your lip and gum, just right here, and it'll help you quit smoking. Oh my goodness, anything. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you. I love your positivity. Positivity and God's word is the only thing, right? One thing at a time. Yes, true. Clove bud, yes. Rosebud, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I know it's a lot to take in, and I'm not a pharmaceutical person, and I did decline medicines while I was at the hospital. I took the stomach pill, and I have it now. Friday they gave it to me. They called and gave it to me. But I did decline most medicines. I don't do pharmaceuticals much. I didn't, they wanted to give me a lot of pain medicine. One time I had an issue, and I don't think they even gave me a choice. They just did it for me because I don't like to do that. I didn't fill any pain pills. I can't take Advil anymore, any ibuprofen or aspirin right now. Maybe never again, I don't know. So just taking on Tylenol every once in a while. So I feel so naked without my ibuprofen. I'm like, I take it so much, which is part of the problem, right? So yes, I can, and you all are my cheerleaders, and I know you're full of knowledge. So I really appreciate that so much. I just love you guys, and yes, I already do feel doing the B12 and iron, like on Friday. I'm gonna be honest. On Friday, I had a super, super bad day, and I was in severe pain Friday, and my brain just shut down. And I started my B12 and iron Friday afternoon. By Saturday morning, I already felt like a different person. I could think, I can, start moving. And Saturday morning, I even went to that ball game. So it is getting better, but I have to be proactive. I really do, and I want to do it in as natural as possible. You will feel better. I agree. Just that news today where they said the biopsy was negative. What a relief. Try to drink more water. Flavor it with whatever gets it in you. I love water. I used to hate water. And normally I drink 3 bottles of water a day with no problem. And right now I'm drinking lots of water and ginger ale and teas. Just a little bit of coffee. I usually drink a lot of coffee. I'm not doing that. Just a little bit here and there. And like you said, I have a barely sip in it because I know it's not good for me, but I just like the flavor. And of course, my mother-in-law sends me a really good new kind of coffee, so it's hard not to just sip a little bit of it. But yes, water. I don't really like a lot of flavor in it. But when we were doing something funny, we were doing our cabinet purge a minute ago. We found these watermelon cucumber things that go in your water. Oh, they're kind of like tea bags, but they're for ice water. I'm like, oh, I wish I had known about those. So I'm definitely going to try those for sure. I don't know what they are, but I'm going to try them. You can change the way you feel with just a few changes. Yes, I think so too. I mean, that B12 and iron pill was like, whoa, are you kidding? That's great. Thanks, Rosebud. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous about next steps, but, I keep getting good news. So I'm thinking maybe it's just a dietary problem and God's way of telling me you need a lifestyle change. So I'm taking, just like the devotion said today about he gives you these hurdles to teach you. And I'm thinking, okay, this is my hurdle. It's a lifestyle change. I need to quit smoking. I need to lighten the caffeine. I need to eat healthy. My tomatoes didn't turn out, but that's one thing I told my husband, I said, we got to do a garden. We got to start doing all of these. And my husband has been so supportive and right there and help being part of this change. And that's exciting too. Strong, willing, expecting greatness. Yes. Awesome. Lemon water. Yes, a cucumber and water. My daughter was telling me that when she first got pregnant, I guess she was on anemia. She was anemic. And so she said, just eat lots of lemons, lots of lemons. So when I went to the grocery and made me a list, all the things she told me, I think she was just lonely at the hospital. So she was telling me all these things. But she's a health freak. She is. She always has been. Anyway, so lemon was my last thing on my list I had to get. So I go over to lemons. There was none. And I'm like, really? And I don't live close to town. I don't know if the dollar store will have lemons or not. But we're having tilapia for dinner tonight. And I wanted to do I will add lemon to my tea. And I'll fresh lemon to my tea. Even though it's a hot tea or whatever. And I'll add it to my fish. And then there was none. I had this whole idea. Yes, a cucumber and water. Yes, this is like a tea bag thing. I think it's called a fusion or something. I think it was one of my daughters that got left here. So I'm not sure how this works, but ginger will help your gut. Yogurt helps you. Okay, yogurt helps keep your digestive system good bacteria. All right, so I'm not a yogurt person, and I did buy some. And I ended up buying, I don't know, it just says, what do you call it? It just says vanilla. So it's just like a tub of yogurt and it says vanilla. Can I just add to it and it'll taste okay? How do I make that? I'm not a dairy person. What's your suggestion on making yogurt taste good? I don't like cheese. I like cheeseburger, but I just don't like a lot of cheese or anything. So any suggestions on how to make the yogurt taste well, I would appreciate it. My grandma smoked. Do you smoke too? Barksdale, I do, but I'm on the mend too. I'm on the road to recovery and not smoke anymore. So I was at a pack and a half. I'm at a half a pack now. I have started my nicotine gum. So Sebastian, what are you on, buddy? I am just high on life. Thankful that I'm here and on the mend. What about you? Blueberries and strawberries. Oh, good. Blueberries. So any fruit, really. Even one spoonful of yogurt is good. Awesome. Okay. Could you put honey in it? Trying to think what I have at the house. Honey and fruit, maybe. In my coffee, I do sugar. And I'm trying to get away from sugar. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that with my coffee because I like my coffee a certain way. That might be the one thing I don't stop. But I'm trying to convert all my sugar items to honey or to other items. I know Yes, honey. Okay, Rita, thank you. I thought, um, you remember when, well, back in the day, I used to be a size 24, to be honest. I was a size 24, and I'd have to lose weight, and a long time ago. And I remember you substituted applesauce for some ingredient whenever you had recipes. But I don't think it was sugar. Maybe it was for moisture. I think it might have been for the butter. I was looking at butter, trying to find better butter when I was at the grocery. I don't know what to do about butter. I looked at vegan butter. I looked at, substitute for oil. Thanks, Rosebud. Add Well of Cats. Hey, what's up? Add honey to yogurt. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. And Rita says add honey to yogurt. Okay, that's an ingredient. I bought a lot of it, and we also get it from the local farmers. But I went ahead and bought a big thing of it because I'm trying to do this conversion, and I'll pick up the other later. Um, so yes, trying to get rid of sugar. Trying to figure out how to do that. Um, the one thing that when I went to the immediate care center, that's the one thing the triage nurse said, have you looked to see how much weight you've lost? And like in a year, I've lost 30 pounds. And she said, I said, I think it's because I do all that DoorDash or whatever. And she said, either way, you need to keep an eye on that. And that is a red flag. So, I'm, you know, I'm down to 186, which that's probably TMI too, but I haven't been under 200 and I couldn't tell you the last time. So I knew for my birthday in April, my mom we went shopping and she did buy me smaller clothes. I've been wearing smaller clothes. A lot of my clothes don't fit. The shirts I normally wear, the reason why I always seem to wear these one kind of t-shirts is because my regular shirts don't fit anymore. So I knew that my body had changed, but I didn't know I lost 30 pounds. So that's crazy. Maple syrup works as well. It's good. Ooh, that's a great idea. Yes. We go to a maple syrup festival, and I didn't go this year, but oh man, they have the best maple syrup. I didn't think about natural maple syrup. Thank you. That sounds so good too. I only use coconut oil. Coconut oil for what? I have coconut oil, but it's like real thick because I am allergic to metal, so I can't wear deodorant. I can't wear jewelry. I mentioned it before. There's some clothing I can't wear. So no deodorants, and there are deodorants that's lemon free, but I still can't do it. I should probably show you why, but I don't want to gross you guys out. Cooking our recipes. Oh, okay, great. Coconut oil for cooking our recipes. Okay, great. So I make my own deodorant with cornstarch. And so cornstarch is my base. And then depending on what the weather is, you add baking soda. Oh, thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. I don't know how to make this heart. Hopefully, I did. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Really does. Thank you. So then the cornstarch keeps like it dry, and the baking soda keeps the smell away. Hypothetically, I guess it does work, a good combo. But then they said add coconut oil to make the paste, right? Well, I did it, and it didn't. I guess because the way my underarm is and everything, I can't rub it on there. And so it didn't work out. So I have tons of coconut oil I don't know what to do with. So thank you for that suggestion. Sorry about that long. Christy, thank you for the floating heart. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Appreciate y'all being here and listening to my story. It means a lot. And I hope it helps you guys. Like, I'm going through this weird thing that who knew was going to happen out of nowhere. And hopefully it gives you all some kind of help. So, I came home from the hospital Wednesday night. Blah, 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 dealing with it. Friday, my HS flared up. And so HS is like, it's an inflammatory disease. And then because it's inflammatory disease, it causes like boils, and they're kind of called skin tunnels on your body, and it causes a lot of problems. Hence the reason why I can't do deodorant and I can't wear metal and all this stuff. So Friday I wake up, sometime Friday, I won't say Friday morning, sometime Friday it begins to irritate me really bad. It irritates a lot, but it irritates me really bad. By Saturday, my whole underarm and area was swollen huge. Friday night, my husband said, we need to look up to see if there's any connection between HS and these diagnoses. So I did. And in the medical journals, it says 18% of people with HS has anemia in this study. It was a study of 1,400 people, but 436 specifically had HS, with 18% of them having anemia. And then another medical journal had, I think it was 967 with HS, and 38% of them had either irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or pancreatitis, those kind of problems. And mine is, I know I'm saying it wrong, the nurse corrected me every time I said it drove me insane. But 38% of them had some kind of like stomach bowel issue. So I'm like, all right, this is all linked. But unfortunately, on the HS website, there is not a doctor near me. So I'm like, all right, so let me see what I can do. So that's the rabbit hole I'm down right now, and why I'm trying to figure out how I can handle all this on my by a lifestyle change. You never know, maybe it'll work. You all are giving me great advice. I didn't know I can do coconut oil for cooking and recipes. The vitamin A Bark Cell told me that is fantastic. So what was the other one? D9, I think. I would have to look back. For the folic acid. I knew about the omega fatty. I don't know about taking that actual pill, omega 3 by itself, because I tried that a long time ago, but maybe I could try it again. So, and a lot of ginger. I've never cooked with ginger root before. I bought it as a dasher for other people, but I've never cooked with it. So this will be a new adventure. And I wish I can remember what my detox tea is, but I'm going to start that tomorrow. And working on refinancing some of my properties so I can maybe reduce my work schedule, and hopefully it'll go fast, because it hurts when when you're not out there making that quick cash, you know. But hopefully, I was hoping to go tomorrow, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. Tuesday, I know I'm not working. Tuesdays are bad in my zone. And, I mean, if I have to, I will, but hopefully I won't. And so I'm thinking those couple of days, starting this new diet and starting this whole big, huge vitamin process and everything, which I've already started some of it, but adding more to it. I'm hoping by Wednesday I can get to work. Keeping my fingers crossed. So, you know, hey, that's what I've tried anyway, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. So, sorry I haven't been around. I just kind of like, the devotions make me happy and make me feel connected to you guys and connected to God and nature. So, that has been a huge blessing. And then just resting, and my whole brain is like, okay, what's all the things I need to do? And that's all I can do. That's the farthest I could get from, you know, what are my stresses? How do I eliminate them? What, you know, the whole fun thing. I don't know what I'm going to do about. Y'all are my fun. I'm sorry. You're my friends and my fun. I thought it was funny when it said I needed to go out with friends and have fun. So, y'all are it. You're my cure, according to my hospital papers. So, oh well. Much luck on your health style change. Yes, I need it. Here I am trying to change, and I have coffee in my cup. But I'm just sipping a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So, it'll be a journey. And I'm going to learn to cook different. It's just the worst, like I said, the worst part is, what do I pack in my lunchbox when I go dashing? What do you do, Dean? What do you take with you? Do you eat out while you're dashing? I know you dash a lot. What do you do for food while you're out on the road? That's where I'm stuck at this point. Okay, I have a plan for when I'm home, but that's one thing that's scaring me to go back to dash. Any advice? anybody that dashes have any advice? Like, my teeth are not good, so I can't do like trail mix. And nuts are not really good right now for me. Um, but any suggestions on carrot sticks aren't going to be good. So maybe some kind of, I'm thinking I bought wheat bread. Um, but I really don't want to do lunch meat. That's too much sodium. I don't think it's real. I'm trying to switch from like these processed things to natural, fresh. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd just eat tomatoes all the time, but that's not good for the belly, right? Over 2 years, been on 14 to 16 hours fast every single day. See, so that's, I had basically quit eating and just eating dinner, basically fasting. I mean, sometimes I'd eat a protein bar in the morning or a granola bar. And then I would get so into working. But then my next problem was I was drinking coffee instead of, I drink 3 bottles of water. And it was so hot, remember? It was like heat index of 105 or something. And I was still drinking my coffee and I didn't switch to water because I needed to make a lot of money. And so I thought that's the only way I can not fall asleep. And so I was basically doing, eating one of those in the morning, drinking my coffee, and then coming home, eating dinner. And I know I was dehydrated. Then eat what my body needs. Yes. And maybe that's what I did wrong. I didn't listen to my body. Fast every single day. Daggone. See, I think, I don't know what happened. I'm just like, maybe I just didn't know. When I got home, we just cooked something fast and easy. Whatever, go in the air fryer, whatever happened, to be there. I don't think I ate something. Maybe if I would have ate something healthier for dinner, it would have been better. Do no snacks. Body will adjust to healthy food. Yeah. It's saying that I need to eat because my actual diagnosis is anemia, pancreatitis, which I don't say right, and gastritis. And so they're like low fat, high protein, small amount of foods. So, I do. So what I've been doing to keep my mind off of things when I don't feel good is I watch Survivor and I play a math game. Math is the only thing that soothes me, and keeps me going. When I was in the hospital, I did so many math games and I wasn't smoking or anything, and that's the only thing that makes me feel in my safe space if I'm not in my comfort zone. But anyway. So on Survivor, they had one of the rewards was this big, huge chocolate cake. And that's all I want now, and I can't have it. And when we went to the grocery, there was one beautiful chocolate cake. When I walked to the door, and I'm like, I just want that so bad. But my sweets are grapes right now and applesauce. I did have some Jell-O. I think I forgot to pick up some Jell-O this time. But, so fruit is basically my desserts now. I could do my grapes and fruits for lunch. I just need to pick up a protein. Try to think about when I go Dashing Wednesday, what I'm going to pack. So don't do no snacks. Bodies will. Yep. So as I cure this, I agree. I think just getting over this hump, then you're right. I think your body's going to adjust and find that healthy. So I'm doing that detox tea, hoping to get the chemical out. I heard that you can do, I did this many years ago. It's like one of those, we didn't have TikTok back in the day, right? But, I don't know, we had, what are those things called where you had the little chat rooms or whatever, like on AOL? So I think it was like way back in that day, dial-up time. And so you put Vicks on your bottom of your feet and you put socks on over that and sleep like that. And it's supposed to like pull all the bad chemicals out of your body. And I've been debating if I want to do that again. I did that one. I was scared me because I'm like, is this really true? But I'm thinking about with the detox tea and then doing the Vicks thing on your feet and see what any chemicals I could get out of my body, especially once I smoke my very last cigarette. Do what's best for your body. Little adjustments to find what works. Exactly. I agree. You heard that too about the Vicks. Did you ever try it, Rosebud? I did try it. I think I gave up in the middle of the night. Like I did it halfway through the night and I got scared and took it off. But, oh, how, that was a long, I know it had to be dial-up time. You know, when we had the dial-up for internet. I'm almost sure it was like back in the 90s when I tried that. But I do have some Vicks and I have some other kind of creams that might work. My mom got me some Alaskan cream when she went to Alaska recently, and it kind of has that same smell, but it has more like natural herbs. So I don't know if I could use that instead of Vicks and it would be better. But I'm trying to figure out all these ways to detox my body. Like, how do I get everything out of my system and start all over? You know, like what Dean says, you make these little adjustments, and I think Rita talked about it too. But if I could get it all out, just kind of start all over. That's what I'm trying to do. No, but I remember my mother lathering that on my chest when I was little. My mom. Yes. And then they say, oh, that causes pneumonia. Like, I did that, you know, I did that to my kids. And I didn't really get a lot. I always put it on right under my nose. As where I always, because I have bad sinuses. So, but I did put it on my kids a couple of times on their chest. Then I just started switching it to right here. But you got to be careful because if you do it too much, it'll cause a rash or something. But yes, everybody I knew always had Vicks. You used Vicks for so many things, right? It was like the cure-all. I'm a cornstarch girl. So I was telling you all, we're doing a cabinet purge, right? We're like getting everything out. And I have old stuff in there and trying to figure out what we don't want to use anymore. And we're trying to switch to fresh and blah, blah, blah. So I have to use cornstarch for my body. That's what I use for almost everything. And I freak out if I run out of cornstarch. So we're cleaning out the cabinet, and I had just went and bought cornstarch last week because I was freaking out we didn't have any. We found 3 more boxes of cornstarch in our cabinet. My husband's like, are you that worried about it? I'm like, yes, I'm that worried about it. I love my cornstarch. So I have so much cornstarch. I did not know. I did not know I had that much. Then I ended up with 2 bottles of A1 sauce, 2 bottles of syrup. I'm like, do I not ever look in my cabinets to see what I got before I go to the grocery? 2 bottles of mustard. I'm like, I am a mess. So he organized the cabinet. I think I'm going to have him in charge because for whatever reason, I just buy doubles. Oh, the mustard ran out of the refrigerator, but I don't look in the cabinet to see if I have replaced it, you know? So, and I'm adding brown rice to my diet, like, because we're doing a lot of seafood. I don't really know how to, I've done brown rice a couple of times, but I don't know a lot about brown rice. So if y'all have any suggestions on how to flavor it, that'd be great. I did that with floss. I had enough to last me a year. I've done it with toothpaste too. Actually, I have the tube I'm using, and then somehow I ended up with 2 more tubes in my bathroom closet. Oh, I guess it's just a thing. You know, you're like, oh, I don't see any. You know, I think we move so fast that we forget. You know, oh, I don't want to forget. For me, anyway, I don't want to forget. And I never take time to stop and actually make a good list. And it's just on top of my mind. So every time I go to the store, I pick this up or that up. So, you know, we talk about prepping. Well, heck, I don't even have to try to prep. I just have triples and doubles and everything in my cabinet already. So I do have a huge collection, maybe is the right word, of beans and rice. As I was trying to start prepping a couple of years ago. So we were looking at buying rice tonight because I wanted to switch to brown rice. And but I had a coupon for regular rice. And my husband said, and how much rice do we have at home? And I said, all right, we can't buy any more rice. It's bad. Sometimes I just get carried away. But I spend a lot of money at the grocery. Usually we spend about 50 to 80 a week on groceries. Just at the grocery store, so we'll pick things up throughout the week too. But for our Sunday shop, But this time we spent $170 just to buy all this fresh, new stuff. And it feels like, what did we really buy? But I heard sauerkraut was really good for the digestive system. Then I bought a lot of vitamins and things like that. And I have no idea how I spent that much money. No idea. Can't imagine. You should see how much tea I have. Oh no. Is it all black tea? Is it all different flavors? I had to when I make sweet tea, I use the family tea size bags. And but I thought I didn't have any, so I had been, somehow we ended up with the regular size tea bags, the black tea. That's what I've been making. And so when we're cleaning that out, I had one more batch of the big tea bags left. So I just put them in a sandwich bag, and I thought I'll make, next time I make it, I'll use it. Different flavors. Well, at least they're different flavors. They're not all the same flavors. Most of mine are black tea. Listening while dashing. All right, Dina. Hope you are making lots of money. Lots of money. And I do appreciate your super chat earlier. I really do. Well, yeah, at least you have different flavors. I have a lot of, like, the black tea. But, like I said, I have this watermelon cucumber fusion tea bag thing. I have no idea what it is. So, I have to try that out for sure. I'm currently having chamomile vanilla honey tea. Oh, that sounds good. I looked at that at the store. That sounds great. We make money doing this. Right? Some days, a friend of mine, she actually shadowed me one day, and I was going to videotape her shadowing me, but we started chatting, and I forgot to videotape, whatever. And then she signed up, and then it took her a minute to get started, and she had a problem with her account, blah, blah, blah. So she just started, I was in the hospital, so Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember. And she's like, oh my goodness, I've only made $4 and I've been out for 3 hours. I'm like, oh no. But she called me when I was at the grocery today, and she's like, I was out 3 hours and I made $50. She was so excited. So she's going back out. She might already be out now. I'm not sure. But I was so happy for her. After she had only made like $4 in 3 hours, I felt so bad because we were doing good when she shadowed me. But I did have both apps on. We did do both apps, and she only has one app. So I hope it picks up for her. I felt so bad after. I'm like, oh, this is fun, and da-da-da-da. But today was been good for her. I'm currently having, oh, you read that. We make money doing this, right? Yes. I thought I was behind, but I was, got started talking. You know, the only way, so some issues with me, like I said, is what am I going to pack for lunch? But the other thing is, Saturday, I don't know if you heard this, Dean, but last Saturday, a week ago, I was working, and I had worked almost, it was like 7.5, almost 8 hours, and I had, you know, made 170. My goal was 200, and I'm like, it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and head home, but I'll leave it on while I head home. So as soon as I started heading home, I get a $40 offer. I'm like, all right, cool. That'll be my last order. I'll be over my budget, or over my goal, I mean. And but it was a heavy order, and then I got real sick. I started not feeling real good at 4. That's why I started heading home. And then after that, by the time I got home, I was super sick. And so I'm worried. The way I make money is shopping. That's the only way I can make money on DoorDash is shopping. And I can make a lot of money on DoorDash shopping. But I just think I'm going to have to turn it off. I'm not sure. I don't feel like it gives me, I don't know if I'm not reading it right or what I'm doing wrong. I can't figure out when it's real heavy. So, but I don't want to turn it off because that's how I make my money. I don't do well on food. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Spark had me busy this morning. $110. Way to go. All right. I can't get on Spark. I have tried. I've used my YouTube phone trying to get on Spark. I've used my regular phone trying to get on Spark. It will not let me on Spark for nothing. Shipt, I didn't do well on Shipt. I talked to a lady the other day about Shipt. She was out doing it while I was doing DoorDash, and she gave me some pointers. So I think I'm going to try it again. Once things get a little better. She said she was DoorDashing, and then the slow DoorDash times, she would only do Shipt, and built her, she said it's kind of like a business. You have to build your customers up and everything. And then she finally just does Shipt. So I think that's what I got to do. And I didn't know that. She was very helpful. And I wish I remembered her name. But hopefully she found the channel or whatever. But yes. So I'm going to relook at that and see if I can figure it out. She said it's nice because you're more control of your schedule. And I noticed that about Ship, that, you know, it's not like you have to immediately get there for most of the orders. You know, if you're on the schedule, okay, you can look kind of ahead. What about Grubhub? So I got approved for Grubhub a long time ago. And I went to log in. And when I went to log in, once I got approved, it said my account was already used. Well, I don't know what I did wrong. So then I emailed them and said, hey, I'm having trouble signing in. What do I do? And they never got back with me. So I just gave up on Grubhub. The orders in my zone, there are Grubhub orders and hardly no Grubhub workers. So it would be advantageous, but I couldn't get them to reply to me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do since they won't reply to me. So I don't know if I should just like download the app and you just log in and see what happens, or say I forgot my password. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it. And it's been about maybe around a year ago that I got approved for Grubhub. I don't think it was 2 years ago, but time flies when you're old, I guess. I don't know. But a while back, I somehow messed up my Grubhub account. Never logged in, but got approved. So what I work, the only ones I do is Roadie, Shipt, Uber, DoorDash. I am approved to do Amazon Flex. I'm really nervous about doing Amazon Flex. But I did join some groups to kind of learn about it on Facebook. And I'm kind of reading all their comments and trying to understand. So at some point I'm going to bite the bullet and do it. We will see how that goes. But at least have to bite the bullet and try at least once. Amazon took over Grubhub. Okay. So maybe I'll try again. That's good to know. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I knew there was some kind of issue. All right. Thank you for that information. Good. See, y'all are so helpful to me in so many ways. You teach me about health. You teach me about my job. So here's my game plan is, first, you know, change my lifestyle, especially with food. Quit smoking. Get functional. And then I'm going to work on refinancing some things and reduce my dashing time. I'm hoping to make it where I only go 2 or 3 days a week. And I want to start eBay. Rita suggested not what not. I have it screenshot Rita. Check it into that. But I want to start adding another another bucket in the mix of things. So I'm not only relying on the gig apps. I know that's still relying on customers. I've got some space I can use. I thought about turning this guest camper into an office, but I have a whole house that's being that's gutted, and I think I'm just going to use that and start collecting stuff and try to, you know, if I can make that half my income, that'd be great. Along with DoorDash, you know, do DoorDash is half and that is half. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but I'm hoping to at least get it started about end of August and get a flow by November of some sort so I can get an idea. These are all goals. Don't mean they're going to happen, you know, but those are the goals. And then if I can get if I can get the things financed I need to get financed, it'll give me some breathing room to do that. I have all my watch hours. My watch hours is not a problem, but I don't have the subscribers, and I don't know what to do about that. I have about 680 subscribers. I don't know how to add subscribers. I don't know how to get them. I'm not, as Amy would always tell me, I'm not good at selling myself. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, then I would have a little bit, maybe, you know, I could build this up a little bit to have a little bit of income there, and try to start having pockets of stuff. I do have I do this app for like stock market. I only have $28 in it. Don't get real excited, but I used to have a little bit more in it. And I think that's a great way to have passive income. I liked one conversation we had, Rita and Amy, I think we were talking, maybe somebody else. This is a good YouTube's a passive income that is a fun hobby and could be if I could get it to that, a little past that point, and then start adding a little bit more to my stock market thing. I would love, just to take $50 and play with it, see if I could get it to 100, play with it a little bit more. Right now I have it all in, it's only $28. I have it in, something slow, and it gives me, I don't know, I gained probably a dollar a quarter, or something. I think I was at 20, not, seriously, I'm growing like a dollar a quarter. So I'd like to add a little more to that. I think that would be fun. I used to love doing stuff like that. So trying to figure out some passive things, and then my point is to get a little less dashing, and I think that will help some of my medical too. So we'll see. Those are just kind of some goals for me of what I'm doing, and I just wanted to share with you guys. And everybody always has good ideas and suggestions. Do you have passive income? And if so, how do you make that passive income? I did have a job offer for a day for, it was $30 an hour to do, brand ambassador. Thank goodness I didn't accept it, because look where I'm at. It was this weekend. And then I got a job offer for like 15 hours a week, but it's $14 an hour, and I'm not working for $14 an hour. But maybe that's something I'll have to do down the road. I'm just trying to figure out if I can get more pockets of things, the better. I do testing time. It's called testing time. They do surveys. They do pay you in euros. I do that every once in a while. And they pay you through PayPal in euros. It's kind of cool to have some euros in your back pocket, right? That's a little fun. Usually takes a half hour. Get 5 to 10 euros every once in a while. So I want to expand, just expand doing different things. And if I can just get a little relief, not having to do DoorDash so much, maybe I can expand on other areas and look more at passive incomes and start those and spread things out. Rosebud, one step at a time. It is one step at a time. I get ahead of myself, but then, it's funny because I was really like, oh man, what's wrong with me, and bummed. And then I get on these kicks, and I'm like, all right, I could do this, this, and this. And I don't know. Then I get excited, and then I get ahead of myself. So I'm getting ahead of myself again. I know it. But I try to keep myself like excited. And okay, I'm not going to be sick long. I'm going to beat this. And I know it, I'm thinking the one thing that happens that my doctor said was I fall a lot. I fall a whole lot. One of the things is we have a sliding glass door on our camper, and then we have the door that we use that we have to lock. And for some reason, I fall down those stairs, and there's concrete at the end. And I fall a lot there, and I fall a lot while doing DoorDash. And he said, we got to figure out what the underlying cause is of this. And so that's why I'm like, yes, we were negative on the biopsy, no stomach cancer, no ulcers, But then I'm nervous because that means I have to do the colonoscopy, and what is that going to look like? But he did say, one of the things, if it's not none of these things, it could be because I'm falling so often. And there was a point in me saying that. I forget. But anyway, I need to be more steady on my feet. I know that. And there was a point. I'm sorry, I forgot it. Get your health under control first. Exactly. Hey, Deanna, thanks for being here. So the baby was 8 pounds, 6 ounces, and 21 inches long. She did have to have a C-section. She was disappointed, but she's happy to have it over. Yes, and the baby's beautiful. Just pictures, of course. So you were the first person I told. First person, not family, I told. Because we have that connection, our grandbaby connection with your, because they were supposed to be due at the same time and everything. So I looked you up and like, I gotta tell her, because that's our connection. Thank you, Rosebud. I appreciate that. I feel special. You are special. Yes. Thank you, Dean. Thank you. Um, that was my connection with you. When your daughter had her baby, I just prayed so much for her, and I know they were due at the same time, and it just meant something. It just pulled up my heartstrings and everything. And then you gave me the updates, and when she got home, I was so happy, and so I just felt like that's our thing. Maybe not to you, but to me, that's our thing, right? So I'm like, first person I gotta tell on YouTube is Deanna. She's my girl. I gotta tell her. So yes, I know. Dean, I was listening to you this morning, and not necessarily. I've kind of just been watching people on TV. I started watching, Dash with Nick. She has some vlogs, and I was watching her. I never commented. She never knows I watch her. I fall asleep. I start watching people and I fall asleep. I'm trying to get some things, get myself better. And so I'm not commenting. I try to hit like, and then on the lives, I'm a little eerie. But anyway, Dina, I was watching you this morning on the TV, so no commenting. And you were talking about the 2 grandbabies coming your way. And I was like, mine just came, but I didn't get to write it because it was on the TV and you can't do comments on TV. But I was watching you this morning. I'm glad you told me. Aw, thank you. Okay, bye for now. Have a good evening. Thank you, Rosebud. I appreciate everything and all the great advice and all the positivity. You're awesome. Hope you have a great evening, too. Brought mom home today as well. Oh, I missed that part. Good deal. Congratulations to her. I hope she has a quick recovery at home. It's so much better at home than it is anywhere else. I'll tell you. So Deanna, yeah, I've been telling what's going on is, a little while ago I found out, my biopsy was negative. So no ulcers, no stomach cancer. Just found that out right before I came on, about an hour before I came live. I was so happy. The bad news is, then now I got to do more tests to see. So my actual diagnosis is anemia, pancreatitis, and gastritis. So I do good and then I do bad. So I'm doing like a lifestyle change. I do have one prescription I'm taking. I don't really believe in pharmaceuticals, but this one pill really helps with the inflammation of my pancreatitis. So I do agree to take that. And then I am doing this whole vitamin regimen. And then we just cleaned out our cabinets and trying to go fresh, as much fresh as we can. So my daughter gave me a whole bunch of new recipes, how to make my homemade ginger ale. And I wouldn't say ginger ale, but kind of like ginger ale. Trying to take sugar out and do honey and doing my own cranberry juice kind of thing. So she's giving me all these recipes and trying to, is it a dietary problem? Is it from following too much? Is it from being dehydrated, doing DoorDash and sitting in my car too long? Is there an underlying issue? Is it my HS? Who knows? So I just want to try to attack it in the most holistic way I know how. And of course, prayers and asking God for guidance. And, I'll be kind of going down a rabbit hole and I stop and pray and He gives me guidance. I'm like, all right. So I'm feeling pretty positive, but... I just said that to my husband this morning. Where has Amber been? I have no idea. She had went away for a little bit, and then she was doing one video a week. And we used to chat a lot, and I don't know what's going on. I worry about her and I pray for her, and I don't know. And she was such a good, positive person. I loved watching her videos. I loved having her as my YouTube friend, and really sad that she's doing something else. But whatever she's doing, I have no idea. But hopefully she'll be back soon and everything's okay. But I personally don't know. But I know I like her a lot, and I'm hoping she's good and she'll be back. Just let God guide you through this, sis. Amen. Yes. I said the weirdest thing probably. I'm sorry, Dean, if you didn't like my response to you, but it just hit me for whatever reason when you responded to my devotion this morning. But it's like life keeps sending us these curveballs, and the devotion today is about you know you get I didn't say curveballs, you get these like hills you have to climb up and learn whatever it is you need to learn. And I think that's kind of it was just perfect. What I'm going through is the last couple devotions has been perfect for what I'm going through and where I need to go. And like I said at the beginning, so when you leave the hospital, it tells you like what you need to do, how to take care of yourself. I forget what that's called. And so stress is number one. I've got to reduce stress, so I've been trying to work on that. And then it said you need to go have fun with friends. I don't really know what fun is. Like, I'm goal oriented, very logical, and I know y'all hear me like, all right, I want to make this go, I want to do this. That's just who I am. That's what drives me. So I don't really know how to have fun. So the devotions is my stress reliever. I do them myself, and then I videotape, and I really like that it makes me go in my yard. And when I go to do these devotions, I can hear the roosters. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the roosters are crowing. The birds are doing whatever noise they make, cooing, whatever they do. And the different animals are running around me. And I know you can't see the animals, but I can hear them. And then knowing that I'm spreading the word of the devotion, it is the happiest part of my day. And it makes me feel so good. And then my fun is just chatting with you guys. Y'all are my friends, and YouTube is my fun, I guess. I don't know how to have any other kind of fun. So y'all are my stress relief and my fun. So you're on my whatever that's called when you leave the hospital of my to-do list. I loved her videos as well. Keep getting a weird feeling. It's weird that you're thinking about her and I'm thinking about her as well. So we just need to keep her in our prayers and lift her up. And hopefully we'll hear from her soon. Listen to Elevation Worship. Do It Again. Beautiful song. Okay, listen. I'm going to screenshot that, Deanna. Do It Again. All right. I will definitely listen to it. Thank you. Now I have this thing and I can't see. Okay. And the moon was awesome. Yes. So I always do my devotions in the backyard. And this morning the moon was there. It was just, I was ready. I'd already done my personal devotion and everything. And I'm like, I got to do this. I got to capture this moon. And so I was on my front porch this morning doing that one. And you know what? As soon as I get done and I'm working on uploading it, that tree is full of birds. I'm like, really? You had to wait until after I was videotaping to be full of birds? Would that not have been awesome? Or should have I waited a few more minutes? But then the moon wasn't there anymore. The moon left almost immediately after I was done with the devotion. But I would have loved to had all those birds in my devotion this morning. I mean, just minutes. It was just a matter of minutes. Let me know after you listen to it. Okay, I will. I'll probably listen to it tomorrow while I'm learning how to make my daughter's recipes with the ginger and the cranberries. I was meant to be in this live this evening for a reason. Yes, we're everything happens for a reason, and I'm so glad you're here. I don't know what your reasoning is, but I'm sure it's to share that Do It Again beautiful song. It's gonna be I'm sure it's gonna be meaningful. I love listening to stuff. Whenever you're a kid, you just listen to music and jam out. And now I'm as older, I actually listen to words. It makes the music so different. It's like, ooh, there's a few songs that I really liked as a kid. And now that I'm older and I listen to it, I'm like, I would sing that out loud. That wasn't what I thought. You just like the beat. So I'm better at listening with words now, thank goodness. Let me know. Okay, yes. My coffee's cold, but I'm trying to not guzzle it because I'm trying to only do a little caffeine. So I gotta go. Yes, Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate it. I appreciate the information and all your positivity. You have a wonderful evening. I appreciate you being in here. It means a lot. I'm going to go here in a few minutes myself. I just wanted to kind of give everybody an update and hoping that, you know, talking about dehydration and the different snacks in your car when you're door dashing and you know, taking care of yourself and eating healthy. I'm hoping that whatever happens to me will be helpful to somebody else, and how I got here is helpful. You know, falling a lot is my poor shoe choice. My stairs at my camper is I do need to fix that. But my poor shoe choice when dashing, because, you know, if you're just doing food, blah, 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 it's one thing. But when I get those grocery orders and the third floor and stuff, you know, I get myself kind of worked up, and then I fall, and I just got to be more careful. So hopefully some of these things help other people. You know, I'm not telling you all this because I get questions asked, and I want to share my journey. And this channel is about my journey, and not only about DoorDash or only about God, but just life's journey in general. So I just want to share that just because, but also mainly because hopefully something I've done, you're like, oh, I've done too. I might need to look into that. I normally drink 3 bottles of water, and I feel good, and I didn't. I had stopped that. And I know that was a big problem. You know, that was a bad idea. And I kind of thought about it a couple of times, and I'm like, no, I got to drink this coffee. I got to stay awake. I got to make the money. And now here I am not working at all. And if I'd have done the right thing and maybe only made, you know, my goal is usually 150, but I was really pushing myself to 200 a day. And if I would have just stuck with my 150 and been happy and not greedy, maybe I wouldn't be in this situation, because I would have been dehydrated and eating better and stuff like that. So, but lesson learned, and I hope this lesson helps somebody out there. Well, I guess it's time for me to go sit in my recliner. That's what I do these days, with a heating pad and watch. I really don't get to watch a lot of TV. I don't concentrate real well right now, but I'll listen a little bit here and there. Mostly watching Survivor and playing math games. That's the truth, because I don't have to pay attention to Survivor. It's a noise. And but I have watched some of people's videos, just not commenting on them. I know Adrian and Nick, I've watched them. I watched Dean Short. Somebody else I watched too. I've watched some of Sunny's lives. I just don't I don't comment if they're on my TV. So if I'm on my phone, I'll comment. Or at least say hey or something. But so I do watch some things, and then some things I'm just like, I'm just gonna let it run, give people watch hours or whatever. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. I got some great information from everybody tonight. It's gonna really help me as I'm looking at on my list tomorrow. Oh, what's his name? Bar Excel gave me some great vitamin ideas. I really appreciate that. Rita was great with the coconut oil and teaching me about yogurt. I'm not a yogurt person. Tomorrow's going to be like my first dive into yogurt. So I know I can do fruit and honey now. And then I think it was, I forget who it was, said I could do maple syrup. I thought that was a great idea. I didn't even think about it. Oh, I love the real maple syrup. Oh, who was it? Oh, Wellville Cats. We Love Cats gave me the idea about maple syrup. That's wonderful. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat, Dean and Rosebud and Dean. I appreciate your support, and Colleen, everybody. Y'all have a good night, and hopefully I'm not gonna work Monday or Tuesday. I have a lot of like things I gotta figure out Monday, Tuesday. If I have to, I'll work Tuesday. I hope I don't have to. So hopefully I'll be back on Wednesday, but I'll be still doing the devotions. They'll be out there. So have a good night. Thank you for all your support. See you later. Bye-bye.